Hey, assistant coach, how are you guys doing? It's me, CaniSports, and welcome back to the Kaiserslautern career mode, the road to glory that is being posted weekly, boys. We are enjoying ourselves at the moment. The last episode was a full season. This one is gonna be very exciting. 33 points on Kaiserslautern in the third league in Germany. Last season we failed promotion. This season we are about to fail once again. We have to try our absolute best to get promotion this season. We have brought in Greenwood as the biggest transfer so far in this road to glory. Him and his 5-star weak foot hopefully will be helping us. And then Marin has also joined us, and he's looking very good. 72 rated right now. Only issue with this man is his stamina. But anyways, boys, welcome. I appreciate you all tuning in once again. Thank you so much, boys. I appreciate that. Hit that like button on this video. That'd be great. If we can get this to over 2,000 likes, that would be absolutely lovely, boys. Kaiserslautern road to glory. Let's continue it. Let's continue showing love to it. Now, Wellenreuter is a player that we have brought in from the free agents. Our CDM Nabapking. Is that how you spell his name? That guy is a beast. 5-star weak for 4-star skills. And we also brought in Lebedenko last season. Grill is in that goalkeeper position. And on the bench and the reserves, we have a lot of dead wood. And a lot of you guys were commenting, get rid of the dead wood. And we will be doing it in this episode. We're going to be selling a whole bunch of players because currently we only have 1.2 million in the transfer budget, and that needs to change. We have to do a lot better with our money, and we have to get rid of a lot of players in order to be able to bring in fresh and new players for Kaiserslautern's success. This season, as you could see at the beginning, we have a lot of players who are on the edge of getting to the 70 rating or have already surpassed the 70 rating. Thibaut Ferrier is our biggest talent, 90 to 94 potential. And then Renato Pereira, 86 to 94, doesn't look bad at all. Quiroga right here has been in that section of our youth academy for the longest time, waiting for his chance to join into our team. Alexander De Haan is looking like the goalkeeper that all of you want me to play. He will be joining into the senior team right now, as you guys have requested in the comments down below. Lots of people were saying get rid of Grill and bring in De Haan from the youth academy. Let him play. Now, the beautiful thing about the last episode was it lasted a whole season, and because of that we managed to bring in a lot of talents into the squad during that time, and we couldn't be happier with the talents that we have found at the moment. Lots of them with insanely high potential and hopefully a lot of support for the team in the future, and a lot of players that will be going for a lot of money. Obviously not every single one of these players from the youth academy can make it into the starting lineup, so we will use the youth academy as well in order to make some money in the future. But De Haan is only 16 years old. He is 6'4" tall and he is 62 rated at the moment. That is an amazing talent, and he is going to be our goalkeeper for a very long time if we don't get a massive offer for him at some point, or if we don't find another incredible talent in that goalkeeping position who is higher rated than him. But Evander right here, this guy was suggested by one of you guys in the comments, and it had over 70 likes on it. So I thought, all right then, let's jump in there. Let's put this guy onto the transfer list. And I am also currently scouting him, so you guys can rest assured we will know what his rating is. Currently, we only have 1.1 million. So I was personally expecting this guy to be around the rating of probably like 65 max. So I was looking forward to see if we can sign him in the future. But just to make sure, we started putting players onto the transfer list. Hemline is the first one. Tuk is going to be the second player that we put onto the transfer list. Heinault is also going onto that one. The goalkeeper Hessel, who is 33 years old, he can leave us as well. And then also the biggest one is going to be Kraus right here, who is 27 years old on the 70 rating and is not playing in the starting lineup because he doesn't meet the stats that we require in that centre-back position. So we are looking forward to get rid of all of those players, and the deals are coming in right now. Kraus, they're asking for 1.25 in order to get him into their team, and right now it's not going to happen. We're going to say 1.5 and that deal will go through, and that is a massive amount of money for ourselves. 1.5 million. I believe we will get above 1 million added into our budget, which will be just incredible. And then a 470k offer for Tsuk. I said 550, they said 530. We had to accept it, of course. That is the second deal. Again, a lot of money joining in. 1 million has been added into the transfer budget through the Kraus deal, so I was very happy with that. A deal coming in for Schultz, which we accepted straight away, 135k for him. And then an offer for Bodiseru would be coming in, and in this case we wanted a little bit more money. We wanted to go for something higher because he's only 20 years old, so he had a little bit of potential. 300k is what I asked for, and they said 230. I wasn't too happy with that, but I said, alrighty then. He's gonna leave us for 230k. I would much rather get rid of the Deadwood right now and bring in the money into the club in order to be able to sign bigger and better talents in the future. Özdemir right here, 25-year-old centre-back who just doesn't look good enough and probably will never be good enough for our starting lineup, is potentially going to be leaving us. 800k is what I'm asking for, and we need all of this cash. As you guys can see, we need all of this cash in order to be able to improve this squad to a point where promotion, first of all, from the third league to the second one is gonna be easier, because we then bring in some experienced players or some higher rated players that will improve our squad straight away. So that is the target. We are selling all of these players, first of all, to bring in money, but then also, as you can see right here, finally, a lot of the players that were playing games despite me not actually wanting them to play games have also left the team. So now the actual starting 11 in simulations will probably play, and that should help us with the results, because a lot of the Deadwood players, so to say, they were playing too many games for us. And here's the deal. You guys gave 74 likes to a comment that suggested a player that is worth 11.5 million, while I had 1 million in the budget. Quick question. Are you guys alright? I hope so, because that right there is not acceptable, boys. That guy is nowhere near someone that we can afford to bring in into our squad. So I was quite disappointed there. I was really hoping that is type of like a hidden gem. I was hoping that could be a massive signing for us, but Evander won't work out. So we are going for Saka right here. I'm offering 1.5 million for this young man who is currently playing for Arsenal. And Unai Emery is showing his disgust. He's saying, nope, that is not going to be happening. We are not able to bring him in. So I had to look for the second choice. Kamil Józwiak. Currently, Polish players are doing quite well. Lewandowski is tearing up in the Bundesliga, as he always does. Piontek is doing an amazing job at AC Milan. He's scoring lots and lots of goals. So I thought, you know what, let's bring in our own Polish lad right here into the squad to get our own into that left midfield position. That is the position that I'm currently looking to improve, and I think that would be the best one to improve. I believe Pick is playing in that position right now, and we could improve that one the easiest, because a lot of the people that we have brought in into the team already are at a decent rating. So they are also talents, so they are going to grow past that. So I knew that I didn't have to upgrade there. Pick is the only position where I was like, okay, we can upgrade. So Józwiak didn't work out. Now we are going for Vargas, who actually has a release clause in his deal, but I wanted to negotiate in order to try and get him for a little bit less than his release clause. 2.9 million was his release clause. I offered 2.2, and he just stood up and ran away. So I probably should have just paid the release clause. But all of this will lead us to the one and only transfer that we will actually make. A player that we had on our transfer list for the longest time, who is an actual left midfielder. 2.85 is his release clause, and we are going to get him. The reason why I actually got Muslija right here was I was looking through all of the left midfielders in the world, every single league below the age of 23 with a release clause, and Muslija just looked like the best one to me. So we're going to offer him a crucial first team place, and he will get a 4-year contract. We're going to disregard the release clause in this case, and we're going to offer him the wages. And we are obviously very close to transfer deadline day, so I wanted to get these deals done with. We're offering him 10k. He actually wants 9.6 with a couple of bonuses along with that. and I said to myself, you know what, I need that position upgraded, I need a talent down that side, and Muslia is gonna do that for us. He has now joined into the squad, and we're gonna take a look into his stats right now. I was hoping he would be above the rating of 70. Pick is obviously a 69 rated player, not bad at all. And because of that, I am trying to sell Hemline as well, and Took already left our team, as you guys do remember. So Pick is being replaced by Muslia, 71 rated, 82 acceleration, 91 agility, 90 balance, 86 stamina, 81 sprint speed. Some incredible stats for a player like him, for a player on his rating. Those are some absolutely unbelievable stats, and on top of it, he is a 4-star skiller. The only downside to him could be that he has high work rates, which could mean that he is out of position and too defensive at times. But in January, we only had one game so far against Arlen. It turned out to be a draw. I believe now that we have sold all of that deadwood, we will get better results right now. So I'm really looking forward to that one. We are in a decent position. We are still in the top 5, I believe. So we are in contention for promotion. And we have to get into this game against Fürth, who are actually the first place team in the league at the moment. So we had to jump in there and we had to get stuff done. It is going to be Nababkin passing it, and it is Muslia with the first chance on his debut. But what a save that was right there. But it wasn't enough yet for Kaiserslautern to score yet again. Second chance hits the crossbar and we go again. But our opponents do have some nice passing play on them. But it is Grill who makes that save for us right now. 51st minute into the second half we go. Nababkin with a great pass down to the new man, Muslia. He's going to cut inside. He will look for that pass. He gets it across. And then Greenwood, the best player in our team right now, sadly doesn't score that. Number 10 on his back, and he tries to antagonize the goalkeeper a little bit right there. But no worries, we got some tall lads in the team, and it is, of course, going to be our captain, I believe. It is McRory, if I am not mistaken, scoring that goal, jumping higher than the goalkeeper and actually getting it past him as well at the same time. Very nicely done. And now the floodgates open. Marin gonna smash it past the keeper. 2-0. Kaiserslautern leading against the top team in the league. Beautiful stuff from our team right here. That was very much necessary. I needed this win so badly to improve and to motivate this team. And now Greenwood wanted a part of it, passes it to Nababkin, and Nababkin with his 5-star weak foot. It doesn't matter where we shoot from and how we shoot from, which angle, it's gonna work out. And the Russian coming in from the free agents has done it for us. The number 7 in our team takes us into the lead by 3 goals. But there is Keita Ruel, and if I am not mistaken, guys, we have already encountered this guy in one of our past career modes, and he has scored against us. I vividly remember that name. Someone let me know in the comments down below where we actually did play against him. It could have been Notts County, but yeah, just go ahead and correct me in the comments down below. Nababkin once again passing it. This time it's gonna be Greenwood, boys. He's gonna finish it. He doesn't need more than 2 chances to score 1 goal. It is 4-1. The Manchester United prospect gets us the 4th goal, and that is a massive victory against Fürth, and I'm very happy with that. We will take it. We will take those 3 points off of the league leaders and hopefully get into a position where we can chase them down. Now, we get a big offer for our goalkeeper, Grill, and I have to admit, I'm going to bow down to what you guys were asking for. You said I should play Dehan from the Youth Academy. He deserves the starting lineup spot. He should be the player that we build upon in that goalkeeping position. And it is going to happen. Grill is already replaced in the starting lineup. We're going to take a deeper look into the stats of Dehan right here. Only 16 years old, acrobatic goalkeeper, 6'4", which is just massive for a 16-year-old in my opinion. He doesn't have the best reactions. He has 55 reactions, which could be a bit of an issue, boys. But other than that, he is looking quite good. And on to the transfer deadline day we go, as we do see Grill getting sold. And you might be thinking, oh yes, he's going to use that money right now to go ahead and buy someone sick. But no, I am not. And the reason behind that is As you guys know, our scouts are out there and they are coming back with talents, and we will need that money in order to send our scouts over and over again to different countries to bring in some solid talents. And right here, Evan Cooper was looking like one, 210k in the value, so we were obviously going to be signing him. Apart from that though, nothing big coming in from the United States. We only had one big proper talent, and apart from that, I wasn't interested in anyone else there. Now, the last scout report from Turkey coming in will be bringing us one decent talent, Cem Yalman, who has a value of 130k, so he would be a decent player to sign. Apart from that, nothing coming in from Turkey. And this is the scout report from Germany. This man has a value of 275k. I had to sign him up because it meant his overall was actually quite high. And then Dennis Becker was looking like a highly talented player, so we had to sign him up. This Germany scout report is turning out to be a decent one, but that is going to be the last one from Germany for us. We are not going to go for any of these players anymore, I believe. So actually, yeah, I wanted to go for Thorsten Engel. Sorry, he goes for 140k. That was his value, so we had to get rid of one of the talents in our youth academy, and it would actually turn out to be Sem David, because we already have Okara just waiting for his chance to come into the first team. 81 to 87 potential isn't too bad for a goalkeeper like him, and we can grow goalkeepers past potential easily with a little bit of training. But you can see right here, we had to send our scouts to different nations. Once again, the first one is going to go to Italy. The second one, we are going to select Portugal, hoping to find the next Joao Felix, so to say, and then Lucas de Graaf will be sent to Germany once again, I believe. I always want to have a scout looking for talents in the country that we actually do play in, so those are the countries that we went for this time, a bit more mainstream with it. But after January, we have lost against Köln right there, won against Zwickau, 3-2 victory, very nice to see. Our draw against Osnabrück sees us getting 1 point, and then a win against Rostock, and sadly a loss against Halle. One thing that you can clearly see is the inconsistency in results. A draw is the last one that we get right there, but as you can see, we are only 2 points away from that third position, which would see us get into the playoffs. And the playoffs are going to be hard if we do make it in there. We will have to play against a second league team that is trying to avoid relegation, and we will try and go for that promotion by playing in that game. But right now, the first scout report from those countries is coming in, and this one is massive. His value is at 750k. I cannot remember the last time I had a talent that was looking that highly valued in the first scout report. We had to let Voss go. His potential just wasn't high enough. We had to... Actually, no, I didn't let him go. I let someone else go, I believe. I think it was... Hold on. Yeah, this one. Francisco Tavares. He just wasn't going to make it. So we went to discard him, so to say. And Bento Negrão is the man that we want to sign. He looked like an incredible talent. Portugal coming in clutch. And we are obviously looking through the scout report of Italy, not finding anything right there. But I immediately wanted to know, what is the overall of this guy? Why is he valued at 750k? What grants that value to him? We will see it in just a second. Right here, I'm searching for him, not finding him. But now we have found him. 16-year-old, which means we can sign him already. 62 rated, with a potential of 76 to 94. That was just amazing. I was so looking forward to try and get him into the team as fast as possible. And now in the month of March, we get 2 back-to-back draws right here. The third game is sadly going to be a loss against Meppen away. But then at home, we beat one of the best teams in the league in Aue. And then we lose against Wien, which just wasn't a good result. And you can see the results are reflecting themselves onto the league table. Once again, Kaiserslautern just on the edge of making it in there into that third position. Second and first are looking very good right now. It's not looking like we can catch up to them, but that third position is going to be crucial to us. And this is the last month, boys. Carl Zeiss Jena 2-0 win. Braunschweig a 1-1 draw. Not happy with that. 2-0 win against 1860 away. Beautiful. A win against Energie Cottbus. And the last game, boys, It is in the month of May against Unterhaching, and it is a draw. I wasn't happy seeing that. Did that mean we could make it in there? We can. We technically can. 61 points on us. 61 on Aue and Wien. 63 on Zwickau and Fürth. Mathematically, we have the chance of coming in first. But we have to rely on the performances of other teams. And because of the importance of this last game in the season, I went in there with all of the hopes in my hands, thinking, please, let us just perform, let us get goals, and then we will see what the other teams do. We start off with Hood right here, who plays it beautifully into Marin, who scores in the biggest moment of the season so far. Number 19 has turned out to be a massive signing for us, and Muslia now starts off the attack that gets us yet another goal. McCrory gets it in. It is 2-0 at this stage. Kaiserslautern, after only 9 minutes into this game, showing where they actually belong. They do not belong into the third league, but it all was a question mark basically. We had to see, and by the way, look at that strike from Greenwood. That's the reason why you take shots first time. They are overpowered. I don't know why. They are ridiculous. And him with his 5-star weak foot, it doesn't matter where we shoot from, we just take the shot, and look at that beauty. Hits the crossbar, bangs it in, makes it 3-1, 92nd minute, and the ref will be blowing the whistle in just a second as our goalkeeper, our new goalkeeper, Dehan, is making some massive saves with incredible reactions and gets us that clean sheet in the last game of the season. The players were celebrating, but it wasn't a celebration like, oh yes, we made the promotion, so I was quite scared. And now it's time to go into the menus, and you can see we have made it into the promotion playoff finals, which means we actually managed to come in third, boys. 64 points on the first, second and third position in the league. Zwickau have just missed out by 1 point. That is rough, but finally Kaiserslautern had the chance to move into the higher leagues, and I just had to go and buy all of the youth academy players. Hoekstra right here, 4-star skiller. CDM Horn right here is looking quite decent as well, because he does have the 4-star skills. Finally, some youth academy players with some amazing stats. Cooper, the centre back with some really good physical stats, has joined in from the youth academy. And then Vlasic right here, 16 years old, 5-star weak foot, 4-star skills in that central midfield position. Would be absolutely amazing if we can fit these players into our team in the future. This is the future of the Kaiserslautern career mode. Remember these names that you are seeing right now, because some of these could turn out to be the Breno Fernandezes of this career mode. And Negrao right here, this man is the special one. He could be the one to take us into some special moments in the future. Quiroga actually has 5-star skills, boys. 5'11" tall, 61 rated, looking very good, but I do remember his potential was limited at 86, so we'll see what happens with him. Pereira, 90 to 94 potential, 5-star skiller from Brazil. If that doesn't say Breno Fernandes, I don't know what is. He looks incredible. Pereira will be playing a big part for us, and then Ferrier, our arguably biggest talent in the team, with some great physical stats. Aggression on 85 as a centre midfielder. His stand tackle is great, and 5-star weak foot. This man is going to be the maestro of our midfield in the future. Some incredible talent in there. And the first game against Gross Asbach is going to be simmed. We concede, but then we come back and we score 2 goals to take us into the league and into the lead, and put us into a great position to beat our opponent one more time in the second leg. This one would be played at home. I wanted to jump in there and play it myself. I knew this was a match of importance, and 2-1 is a good result. Don't get me wrong, it is a great result away from home, but it didn't mean anything. Right here, This is the game where we need to step up and just win or draw, and we are going through into the next round. And we started off quite nicely with Huth, who took a shot in the 9th minute, and he was injured, and I didn't realize that when I was playing this. I can only tell you this, I actually used him for quite a long time in this match, not realizing he was injured, so I should have subbed him off. But now we're going to focus onto that corner, and it is going to be the captain. He's going to get it into the back of the net one more time when we need him. He steps up, McCrory with the header and the 1-0 against our opponents right here. Beautiful play from them down the wings, and it will see them finding the equalizer. Going into the 20th minute, it was now Gross Asbach with the goal, and that just wasn't something that I expected. I didn't think that they would respond that fast. 42nd minute, Greenwood looking for those passes. Huth is still injured, as you can see, but he still manages to play a beautiful ball through. But McCrory this time around cannot put it into the back of the net. We are going in with Muslia now with them skills and the pass. Nababkin passes it to Marin. Marin to Greenwood. That was the moment. That was the one where he could have taken us into the lead, but it didn't work out for him. Nababkin once again, this time playing it down the right-hand side. McCrory with the beautiful pass, and Huth gets taken out, which will give us a penalty. A huge mistake by the defender right there, and Huth obviously willingly took that penalty upon us. And now we will have the moment of truth. Who is going to take this penalty? I thought about it for the longest time. I could have given it to our right back Wellenreuter, who had the best stats in terms of the penalty, but I wanted someone who has been the best performer this season. I wanted to give it to McCrory first. His stats were looking awful, so we gave it to Greenwood. Number 10 steps up and finishes. It is 2-1, 4-2 on aggregate. There was no way, there was absolutely no way that Asbach could make it back into this. Greenwood, technically, with that penalty, might have just taken us into the second league and into promotion. That is what I was hoping for. But my hopes and dreams would get crushed because our opponents are running through in the 61st minute. It is a shot that they hit right here. Dehan makes a big save, and it is actually keeping us 2-1 ahead. And it is Owusu once again, who is just the most dangerous man at the moment, with an incredible pass from the wings into the middle, and he gets the header in, and they manage to score 2-2. It would only need one more goal for Asbach to come back and actually go through into the second Bundesliga. That is something we don't want to see happen. So Esmel is going to come in as a substitute. Pick is going to join us as a right footer with 4-star skills. He's going to take the position in that right midfield position. And Fechner, who is now 70 rated, is going to play in that CDM spot. Greenwood is pushing in, 90th minute. This could be the moment to finish it all. And it is 3-2 in the end, and that is incredible. We were on the brink of conceding maybe another one and going out of this playoff final, but we managed to get it done with the substitute Pick, who comes in and scores despite losing his spot in the team in that left midfield position. He still performed really well, and of course that would carry us into promotion. And now the celebrations begin, boys. Kaiserslautern, in their second season, have actually managed to get it done. That was just a beautiful sight. It took long enough, and it was a very intense season, going down to the wire in the last game of the season, taking over that third position, and then somehow in the playoffs beating Asbach in some of the most intense games. As you can see, the first leg we went down 1-0, came back and won 2-1. Second leg, we scored the first goal, they come back, we score the second goal, they come back once again. The fear starts to set in, and you think, okay, we might lose this one, but then we don't. We have a big player stepping up, Pick, and that is the trophy. Promotion belongs to Kaiserslautern. And of course, that's not where the journey stops. It is only promotion into the second league, and we are far off our ultimate target, which is European football domination, and we have achieved that with Notts County in, I believe, 7 seasons. Maybe even 8, but I believe it's going to take a little bit longer with Kaiserslautern. It's a long journey. First season we couldn't find any good talents, and this season we have found some, and Greenwood was second in goal scorer and first in the assists. He was the best player this season for Kaiserslautern. 20 goals, 11 assists in 35 games for such a young player is unbelievable. Marin as well, with 11 goals and 3 assists in 22 games, was very, very impressive, but he only started playing regularly after we got rid of the dead wood in the team, because some of the players that we had on the reserves in simulations were actually playing ahead of Marin, which just wasn't something that we wanted to see ourselves. But going back into this right here, you can see a lot of growth in our team. Dehan has grown to a 68 rated goalkeeper, which was the rating of Grill. So we now have a massively talented player in that goalkeeping position. McCrory is the true and one captain of this team, and Greenwood is the one carrying us forward. I have to admit, there are a couple of players who are key players right now. Marin down that right hand side is doing an excellent job, and then we have McCrory who is just dominating, bossing the midfield, and then Greenwood in the attack is getting it done for us. Huth is not that good, despite being 72 rated alongside Greenwood. He is just not the one. We will replace him in the future. Right now though, we don't have anyone from the youth academy who could take over his position, so that is a bit of an issue. But you can see right here, we do have still a couple of talents waiting in the youth academy. Some of them were too young to be picked up for the first team, but this is the budget for the next season. Now, I need you guys in the comments down below to properly think about this. We are going to be in our 3rd season, right? So if you suggest any of the players, please keep in mind that they have grown already. We have around 6 million, so you got to keep in mind that we should be going for players that we can actually afford. Evander that you suggested looked to have some great stats on him, but he was nowhere near affordable. He was basically 10 times the amount of our transfer budget. So I need you guys in the comments down below to help me out to spend my 6 million correctly. And the player that I will personally go for is probably someone in that striking position to play instead of Huth. And that means we can sell on Huth and maybe boost up our transfer budget to around maybe 7-9 million, maybe 9 to 8, something like that. Hopefully we can achieve that. But you can see all of these talents, they are just waiting to take over the position. Ferrier, Quiroga, and then also Negrao. Those guys will be playing a big part in the future. Their time is coming soon. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you had a great time, and yeah, love you dudes. Take care. Peace.